Up in the booth.
We pick up first quarter action live now on the HAN network. It is already a 1-0 Darien lead here in the CIAC Class L quarterfinals. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We excuse the technical difficulties as we're about 2 minutes behind pace here. Frank Granito, Kevin Coleman, Allison Gaskins will join us shortly from the sideline. And Kevin, it was Brian Minikis unassisted 32 seconds in to give Darien a 1-0 lead. And I think the biggest surprise off that opening draw, Tanner Strube controlling it very cleanly against Bailey Savio.
Well, I think when you come into this game, especially with Greenwich, you always expect Bailey to be great in the faceoff action. We saw how good he was against Staples in their last state playoff game at Cardinal Stadium, and what a thriller that game was. You saw Bogger with that game-winning goal, but it was Savio who was so dominant in the faceoff action. I think if Greenwich is going to have a chance today, it has to come with Bailey Savio. And you talk about the offensive threat between Matt Bogger, who had a great game as well. What a performance this was.
And you go back to the regular season as Greenwich gave Darien a run for their money. It was 3-0 at the end of the first, 5-3 at the half before Darien turned around. It was really Savio dominating in the draw circle before they brought in Arden Cohen and getting things neutralized as Cardinals sustaining possession right now. We expect they're going to try to slow things down offensively and obviously limit the transition attack of the Darien Blue Wave.
You know who I was really impressed with last game was Jack O'Connor, number 41 of Greenwich. I thought he had a really standout game for the Cardinals, especially in that second half when it was so back and forth between both teams.
As this one is turned over and quickly going back to the Blue Wave, good time for us to welcome in the third member of our crew. She is standing down on the sidelines today, and that is Allison Gaskins. Allison, how are you this afternoon?
I'm great. Sunny and 70 degrees out. So to me, this feels like home back at Florida. There are some clouds in the sky, and it's a little bit windy down here too.
And now, Allison, we caught up with the coaches before the game. What were your takeaways and the messages to their teams?
Well, I liked what Coach Lutz said to his Greenwich Cardinals, that just play as best as you can for as long as you can, because they know how athletic the Darien Blue Wave is. I mean, Darien is one of the top teams ranked nationally. And out of their past, 4 playoff games, I think they've scored 71 goals and only given up 8. They're going to expect a lot of energy coming over from the Blue Wave.
Thank you, Allison. And those numbers are accurate, Kevin. Just a ridiculous onslaught offensively as the Blue Wave have just been pouring it in at a record pace. Specifically, one of those record holders now is Kevin Lindley, as our first flag of the afternoon comes out. We knew that he broke the single season scoring record when he surpassed 73 for the year. He has now broke the career mark for goals in a season, moving past the great Case Matthias, whose number was 196. Lindley enters today with 202 now in his 4 years with the Blue Wave.
What a remarkable career he's had here in the Darien Blue Wave lacrosse program, and this is a name that's going to be remembered for a long time, and he's going to take it to the next level. But you talk about Case Matthias, what a talent he was for the Blue Wave as well, as they really began to start their run as a powerhouse here in Fairfield County in boys lacrosse. Of course, a great player at Duke, 3-time All-American. And another name you have to look out for as well is number 4, Logan McGovern. I think he's had a remarkable season for the Darien Blue Wave, and I think the Blue Wave have to be thrilled that they get one more year out of Logan. And again, they have that depth. Again, they have some guys who are really stepping up who are going to have another crack at it next year.
As now the Wave onto the attack. Lindley inside, and that one skirts around on the outside of the net. Stepping into the crease, though, was Minikis, and it's turned back over as Triscari will vacate the crease to reset. And now we get to see the great ride of the Blue Wave as up ahead looking for Lawrence. And reading that one all the way was Finley Collins. Quickly up to Lindley. Second time around, he scores.
Too easy. Too easy for the Darien Blue Wave. If the Greenwich Cardinals want to have any shot at winning today, they cannot force turnovers there, especially in the middle of the field.
And it was just a bit of a risky pass that time. I like the advantageous thought from Triscari, but Finley Collins read that one beautifully as he intercepted that just inside midfield, quickly up ahead to Lindley. 2-0 Darien.
And again, you get to see the face-off battle here today. Strub and Sevilla. If Greenwich wants any chance today, it has to come from Bailey. You see another win for him.
As Strub called for the false start, hands over to O'Connor, and now the Cardinals back onto the attack. 2-0 Darien, and you are watching the CIAC quarterfinals on the HAN network here at Darien High School on a perfect afternoon for lacrosse in Fairfield County. O'Connor hands off for Bogger. He flips back, and now it's Tucker controlling there. Normally wears number 16. He'll go with 45 in the traditional Cardinal red today. And again, we saw a lot of this pace against the Staples records, Kev. Greenwich is going to try to be very deliberate on offense as a skip pass for Tucker up high. Unable to keep it on the right side of the 50, and now an opportunity in transition again as Mays wants to go right away and now gets the okay.
And I think for Coach Lutz, that's their game plan from the start of the season to now to the state quarterfinals. I think they want to slow the pace down the offense, and it worked against Staples at times, but you definitely saw what you just saw there, a lot of turnovers on the offensive end for the Cardinals. They can't do that today.
As Minikis with time and space, but Triscari read it all the way.
Saved by Triscari.
And a great save there by Andrew Triscari. He's been so strong for the Cardinals all season long, and he's got to come up big today.
Is this a big pass up ahead? Tucker can hop up and take that one right back into stride. We just heard from the PA announcer, Kevin, that Wilton in a Class L quarterfinal game against Fairfield Prep has a 5-1 lead. As a score we'll keep an eye on. We'll see the Lady Warriors, the Lady Cardinals, and the Lady Blue Wave all in action on the HA Network Tuesday night. The fourth team involved will be the New Canaan Rams as 4 FCX schools advance to the Class L semifinals in the girls lacrosse tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting night. Tuesday, a lot of good lacrosse on the girls' side. You get a chance to see Darien New Canaan again, which will be fun, and of course Wilton. Yeah, it's going to be a fun night. And it's good to see that all 4 teams from the FCIAC made it too, which that's got to be exciting for the league.
As Ludington was taken down, no foul called. Arden Cohen quickly up ahead with the ground ball. Finds Riley Stewart in transition as O'Connor's trying to hunt him down. Pass to Lindley on the doorstep, and McGovern finishes tic-tac-toe just like that.
It comes as no surprise anymore, Frank. This is what we've seen all season long from the Darien Blue Wave. You're right, you said it perfectly, tic-tac-toe, and we're going to get a timeout. Coach Bobby Lutz doesn't like what he sees.
We are going to take one as well. 4:42 remaining. Darien quickly out to a 3-0 lead on the HAN network.
Pizza to satisfy even the most demanding critics. Wilton Pizza.
Back on the HA Network at Darien High School, the Blue Wave, the #1 seed in Class L with a 3-0 lead over number 8 Greenwich here in the first quarter. 4:42 remaining. Let's go inside the benches with Allison Gaskins to hear what Coach Lutz's message was during that timeout. Allison.
He was pretty positive during that timeout. He really harped on the fact that Darien, which no surprise, were definitely capitalizing on their transitions down the field, which is what they've done all season long. No surprise there. But he said it's time to turn it around and to not be tired when they're on offense, because he said they're playing a lot of defense, and it seems that when they get the ball down to the opposite side of the field, that they're getting a little winded out there.
Thank you, Allison. And it's going to start in the draw circle, Kevin, as another win for Savio here. Quickly up ahead, and that is one thing that we have really noticed this season, especially in this amazing playoff run for the Blue Wave. The coaches of opposing teams have done a very good job of staying positive in the early going when their teams fall behind and making sure the boys are not getting discouraged too early.
Well, I think at this point, and you can mistake me if I'm wrong, but I think Darien's in a lot of teams' heads right now. This is a team that is so dominant. And I think for Greenwich, the big thing is to be positive. I think Coach Bobby Lutz can't get down on them too early. It's only 3-0, but just like we've seen all season long, Darien gets out to that little bit of a comfortable lead, and then they sit back a little bit. But that second half, I'm sure we're going to see it again. There's something that Coach Braymeyer says at the halftime speech, and Darien comes out and plays the lights out even better in that third quarter. We've seen how dominant they are in that third quarter, so still a lot to look forward to. But if you're Greenwich, stay positive. Keep working the offense, and you're seeing here they're slowing the pace down. And at this point, Darien is not on the offensive end, which is what you want. But you have to start getting shots on net, and of course, not easy to do when we're going up against Ryan Cornell.
As they are yet to register a shot on target. As O'Connor was trying to shake free of Joyce, he gets a look now, and that one sails just wide on the left side of the cage.
I like that shot from O'Connor. Like I mentioned before, I thought he was one of the most standout players in that game against Staples. Really strong.
Addison Muir tried the turnaround shot, now a race for possession, and they give the advantage to Jack Fida, who won the race against Blake Sami. O'Connor has got one of the biggest shots in the conference. They like to free him up, but obviously Fida has been as hot as any player in the state. As that shot, we'll see if they rule it a pass or a shot. Yes, it was a shot deflected. Closest for possession was Jackson Peters, the freshman, and the Cardinals maintain the offensive possession here.
Credit Quinn Fay. Good defense on Jack Fita. You see him kind of shadow him a little bit.
As trying to shake free there was Tucker, but he was muscled off by Percarpio. Cohen up ahead, and he hits Joyce in stride. Looking to his right, but keeps it himself as he circles off to the left. Comes back to Sami. And now the Wave will set up offensively as McGovern controls.
And you just saw right there how good that Darien defense is. They blanked Ludlow in the FCIAC first round.
As Triscari falling down, got the stick between the legs and stops that shot from Lindley. You see how quick Darien is, though. I thought that was a great job of transition defense that time by the Cardinals.
It was better, and of course, you know, who you want to see step up the most in the Cardinals defense is JT Lawrence, number 3. That's a guy who's been strong for the Cardinals all season long.
And Greenwich offside this time. Miscommunication there, and now Darien back at it again. Long pass stretching the field to Matt Mays. Mays thought about taking a shot, but it was walled off there by Holden Teedy. And now Darien sets up top as Riley Stewart checks into the box. Back to Sami. Across the way, and here's Solberg with it. They complete the swing all the way around as it goes from McGovern to Lindley, who's dodging from behind the cage on the right side. Looking for help, trying to shake off Holdy, but he can't do it. A minute and 15 seconds remaining as a shot here got deflected. Never reached the cage. Up with the ground ball and trying to shake free, but unable to do so there was Truman Imbo. Another ground ball battle as it's kicked around over midfield, and coming away with it was JT Lawrence, but he had it taken away. Lindley's on possession now as there are 60 seconds remaining in the first, and Allison, a great example there of how ruthless Darien can be on those ground balls.
They attacked that ball faster than I could have even kept up with. But that's the interesting thing. The Darien sideline today seems to have a lot more energy, even when they score goals, when they win plays like that. Even compared to the FCIAC finals when they were against Ridgefield, they almost seemed unfazed by big plays. Today, there's definitely a different sense of energy on this sideline.
Thank you. Allison is now up ahead with 42 seconds. Comes Jack Luddington. Another freshman added up.
I like to think that energy means that they want to get that state championship again, Frank.
It would be a 3rd straight Class L championship, a 4th straight overall state championship. They won Class M back in 2014. The Class L winner in 2014, Kevin, was the Greenwich Cardinals, as they're looking to return to glory this season. They had to fight for a full 48 minutes and use every single second in the first round against number 9 Staples. Darien a little easier cruising there. They won 20-1 against Conard. And the defense continues to shine for the Wave as they hold the Cardinals off the board in the first. It is 3-0 Darien. Minikis, Lindley, McGovern, the goal scorers. Second quarter of action coming up next on the HAN Network.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Part of banking well is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Back at Darien High School for the second quarter of action. Let's go down in between the benches to start this quarter, though, with Allison Gaskins. Allison.
Yeah, Coach Braymeyer was just telling his team during that the break between going into the second quarter that they need to work hard on the off-ball plays and really focus when they don't have possession to continue to scramble and get open.
Thank you, Allison, as the Wave come away with another ground ball battle here, Kevin, and it was Riley Stewart who took back possession after Savio won that draw. He had won 4 in a row now, and is out there defensively to help the Cardinal unit.
There's not many weaknesses to this Darien Blue Wave team. I mean, obviously great in the offensive end, even better defensively. They have a great goalie, great at the ground balls, and today they're doing well in the faceoff circle.
As McGovern backing up, Quizpac Dominicus, and he takes a shot. We saw a goal like that in the FCIAC championship, Kevin, a shot that goes wide. McGovern so quick to react, catch, pass it right back in front, and they almost fired again there.
He's got great instincts, too. He may be a little guy, but he plays like he's 6'5". I mean, he's an excellent player. A lot of speed, too. His marquee goal is when he wraps around the net like that.
As out in front now, open is McGovern. He tiptoes the crease. It's 4-0.
Boy, how fun was that to watch? Laid up perfectly from McGovern, who just tucks it away past Shascari. What a beautiful setup by the Blue Wave.
We're so used to seeing him behind the net, Allison, but that time McGovern snuck around to the front, and the defense lost sight of him.
This entire team just connects so well together. It seems like they play every single day since the day they were born. So that's just something that they've been able to capitalize on.
So now 4-0 is the Blue Wave lead with 10:51 to go in the second quarter.
Weston up 1-0 over Daniel Hand at the end of 1.
There's a battle here in Savio, another draw control. Steps into the box, comes back to O'Connor, and the Cardinals will set up offensively. If there's one player right now that needs to step up and try to set the tone for the Greenwich offense, who would it be, Kevin?
Yeah, it's got to be Fida. Him and Bogger. The two of them really have to set the tone. We've seen Jack O'Connor try and do that. He's had a shot on net, but the two, Fida and Bogger, have been very quiet here at the start of the game. So those two need to make an impact offensively. And I think defensively, this Darien offense is just too much. But, JT Lawrence has to step up a little bit bigger now, especially in a big game like this on the defensive end for the Greenwich Cardinals.
So a quick little injury time out there. It looked like Blake Sami either lost a contact or had something going on near the area around his eye. Appears to be okay on the bench, but the officials wanted him off the field. Greenwich maintained possession. They will reset. I'd like to see the ball maybe get behind the cage, let Addison Muir try to set up the offense for Greenwich. He's done a great job facilitating from the X all season long, and it could help free up Tucker, Fida, and and O'Connor at the top of the offense.
Well, we saw Addison have a great game against Staples, and you're right. He was the guy really setting up the plays, getting those playmakers open. Him and Jack O'Connor have been excellent up to this point, and today they have to try and figure out a way for Jack O'Connor as he tries to get by Riley Stewart, who is not going to be an easy defender to get by.
As the pass inside couldn't connect with Tucker. Now that's Cornell quickly out of the cage, and before you even knew it, he's got it up to Sami. They're in transition again. Stewart on the left. One more pass and a quick shot here from Mays. Goes upstairs.
My goodness, what a shot by Matt Mays. Top shelf. Pretty shot.
Stewart gets the assist. It is at 2:37, and now 5-0 is the Darien lead. It's tough enough to play against a team, Kevin, that is so strong defensively. Then you factor in how disciplined they are. They rarely make stupid mistakes, but the ability to always know where the next man is standing and to make the right passes. when they get in transition, it's not the speed at which they do it that's so impressive. It's they know where defenders are coming from, and they anticipate who's going to be open. They get it to that man, and they just beat the slide before they know how to react.
Well, it also comes with chemistry. I think this team definitely has the chemistry, and everyone knows where they're supposed to be. They keep their heads on a swivel. You know, it's so impressive just to see them play together.
As Minikis had his shot blocked there from Savio. And that goes back to what Allison was saying. You get that sense that these kids have been playing together since birth. They come up through this Connecticut Chargers program in the summers and the fall as a shot here stopped by Triscari. And they really understand and learn how to play Blue Wave lacrosse. And by the time they hit the high school level, they are ready to go.
Right. They buy into the program. I think you also see that on the girls' side as well. All the players buy into what's going on. I think they buy into what Coach Bremeyer is preaching to this team. And it's the reason why they're one of the not only top rated in the state, but top rated in the nation.
TD in a bit of trouble, so Coach Lutz will take his second time out of the half. We step aside, 8:27 remaining. The Blue Wave leading by 5 on the HAN network.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Family and Children's Aid has been serving the community since 1809 and is now the largest outpatient children's mental health care provider in Western Connecticut. Our innovative services include providing shelter to homeless moms and children, substance abuse intervention, mental health counseling, and foster and adoptive services, among others. Our goal is to provide individuals and families a safe haven and hope for a brighter future. Find out more about us at fcaweb.org and call our Danbury campus at 203-748-5689.
We are back at Darien High School. You're watching the HAN Network's coverage of the 2017 Boys Lacrosse State Championships. 5-0 Darien leads as the Cardinals trying to respond. Big jump shot here, and Cornell makes his first save of the afternoon. Allison Gaskins was inside the Greenwich timeout. Let's hear what the coach had to say.
Coach Lutz was going over 2 different plays for the team, given a different opportunity or a different scenario that maybe might present it to them. But he said that if it's not there, settle it down, but that they really need to dig deep to get a goal.
As they are still being held scoreless here. And we'll see if they do settle it down. Thank you, Allison. Now with 7:45 remaining.
Well, we finally saw Jack Fita get a shot on net. That was a good-looking shot. Not easy to get by Ryan Cornell.
Well, we've got a officials timeout as a member of the press is teetering a little too close to the playing field.
He's got to go over the net.
I'm going to ask him to vacate. Now we are ready to go. As the Cardinals trying to break through against this Darien defense. Fita looking to dodge as he's walled off by Quinn Fay. Shake towards the cage, shot up high, but it's too tall as Cornell jumped up to headbutt that one.
And a good idea by Fita, even better defense by Quinn Fay. And so far early on, you're seeing Quinn Fay guard Fita pretty well.
Bogger on possession. Guarded there by Cohen. How great of an acquisition, and that's not the right word, obviously, but has Arden Cohen been for the Darien defense this season?
It's been a significant addition to this Darien defense, who, even without him, I think it'd still be pretty dominant. So to add an excellent player like Arden Cohen just makes this team even more dangerous, even more dominant.
He was the CIAC tournament MVP as a defender, which speaks to the magnitude of how well this defense is playing right now.
Well, I talked about how they shut out Fairfield Ludlow And then they only allowed Wilton to score 3, and then in the final they only let Richfield score 3.
As a shot from O'Connor rings off the pipe and is all the way down onto the newest turf field here at Darien.
Best look of the day for Greenwich. Comes off the pipe. Good look for O'Connor.
That one certainly had some mustard on it. Fida coming around behind the net. Gets by Quinn Fay, draws a flag, and through several checks, got a shot off that Cornell could stop, but Quinn Fay is going to have to head to the box for a cross check. It'll be a Cardinals man advantage for the first time today.
That was a great battle between Quinn Fay and Jack Fida. Fida somehow still able to climb off of Quinn Fay, still get a shot on, but you're right. This is a good time here for Greenwich. The man advantage now, and you see Matt Bogger. He's been quiet so far here in this first half, so get him going. We talk about that last game against Staples. What an amazing goal that he scored to win the game at the buzzer.
Off the restart from the right corner of the field with 5 seconds left, he beat Runkle to the front of the net and then blew a shot past Garber for the win. As now he looks to shoot, and he buries one top left corner as the Cardinals are on the board.
What a rip by Bogger. Going top shelf on Ryan Cornell. What a rip that was. That's a big goal now as Greenwich finally getting on the board. Man, what a shot.
At the 6:08 mark of the second, Cardinals strike with the man advantage. And it was a really good job by Bogger. You could see him hesitate for that moment, let the defense think he's going to pass, found a shooting lane, and that one was a no-doubter underneath the elbow.
I think at this point, if you're Greenwich, take any opportunities that you have in front of the net.
And it's going to be another opportunity here as Savio off the draw quickly responds.
How about Bailey winning the faceoff coming down? We've seen him do that this season. He's got the speed, he's got the shot power, and tucks that one by Cornell. 2 goals in a row now for the Greenwich Cardinals.
2 goals in 7 seconds, and it is 5-2. And Allison, it is a huge possibility and very likely for Greenwich to start to steal momentum with a player like Savio in the draw circle.
Momentum is so important in this game because as soon as you get going, it's really hard to stop. And look, they just won the face-off again. He's going to take it down the field, but this is exactly what Coach wanted. He said dig deep to get 1. They got 2.
So now a 3-goal difference with 5:30 remaining. As Savio continuing to control draws here. And we mentioned earlier in that first game when these two teams met at the half, Coach Braymeyer switching from Strube to Cohen in the draw circle, so we know that's in the back pocket. Greenwich had the lead at the half. That was the only time this season that Darien trailed at halftime. Of course, that game was played during the huge nor'easter we had back in May. Darien on a 51-game win streak, Kevin. The last team to knock off the Blue Wave was the Greenwich Cardinals.
And this team is certainly talented enough.
As O'Connor had a great look there, but bounced one wide on the left.
They're only down 3 goals right now. It's not like they're down 8-0 or 10-0. Just keep continuing to play the way that they're supposed to play, and that's not it right there. Turnovers are going to hurt you.
As an errant pass from Muir sailed over the top of Tucker. Wilton has an 11-3 lead over Fairfield Prep. We'll keep an eye on that one as the Warriors looking to advance to the semifinals. There's McGovern behind the net. It's Lindley who's guarded by Bologna. Steps up, trying to dodge to his left, swims back to the right side, circling around the cage. Can't find time or space, but got a shot off. That just missed, and McGovern backing up, maintains possession for the Wave.
Great look by Kevin Lindley. We've seen him do that all season long. So good in front of the net. Able to get by a couple defenders just wide, and still a good look for Kevin Lindley in the Blue Wave.
McGovern now trying to get a step on Bologna, a little hesitation. Good defense as he fakes a pass, and now will hand off to Minikis just outside the box. Comes to the bottom of your screen with Riley Stewart. And now back at the X, it's Kevin Lindley. 203 goals in his Darien career. Looking for number 204 right there is now a battle for possession. And a good job by Bologna to box out McGovern. And possession is going to the Cardinals.
Good defense there by Bologna, especially against McGovern, who isn't easy to guard off. And Greenwich has to take care of the ball here and get this upfield.
As Triscari did well to avoid a check from McGovern, but the pass couldn't find the intended target. Stewart takes it away. Up to Lindley. He shoots. He scores.
You can't let Darien get in transition. They are too good. And when you have McGovern and Lindley up front on a break, they're going to score every time. And too easy there for the Darien Blue Wave.
And Allison, we talked a lot about the importance of turnovers. Another one there from Triscari trying to break out that leads to a Darien goal.
The Cardinals can't make mistakes like that. But the other thing is we talk about how important ground balls are and face-off controls are. But also getting those rebounds when the ball is going out of bounds to get your stick across the line first and maintaining possession. That's another important part of this game.
And that is one of the things that Darien does best. They are so conscious of having a player back up on shots as Sevilla skips one towards the cage. That went off the top of a Blue Wave defender. It might have been the captain, Jake Byler.
I like what Bailey Sevilla is doing here. Coming off the face-off circle and coming down, finding himself an open opportunity in front of net, letting it loose. It just goes wide, but we've already seen him score one. You know, if I'm Coach Bobby Lutz, if it's there, I'm telling Bailey to let it rip.
What's controlling this time is Ludington. Passes to Bagger, who tried the turnaround shot. It got stuck on the side of the net, and Cornell controls the rebound. Off to his right is Byler. He'll come right back to the keeper as they play catch. Here's Quinn Fay with it. Across. And moving up ahead is Solberg with 2:18 remaining as he crosses midfield, and Coach Braymeyer will take a timeout to draw up a play. We'll see what the coach comes up with when we return to Darien High School with more state action on the HAN Network.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Drive and Discover event. Now through June 30th.
In Sports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Sign-ups are now open for one of our most popular programs, the New England 80 Elite Lacrosse Division I and Division III Showcases. With D1 and D3 coaches in attendance, players will receive a 60-minute webinar with Director of Recruiting Hans Hansen, a custom NE80 penny, custom shorts, and a video of all games. Last year's event sold out quickly, so sign up now for the next showcase coming in January 2018. Like and follow us on Facebook.
We are back on the HAN Network. 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the half. Darien a 6-2 lead. McGovern has 2 goals. Lindley with 2 goals. You've got Mays and Minikis each adding 1. On the other side, it has been Bagger and Savio scoring for the Cardinals. As Coach Braymeyer drawing up a play offensively right now. We'll go down inside the Darien sideline. Allison Gaskins was in the huddle. Let's hear what the coach drew up for the Blue Wave.
Braymeyer was telling his team some technical things, such as positioning on the field, kind of changing up a play that they already have, looking for the back door. And he also said that you have to get there however and wherever the ball ends up, that's the person who's taking the shot.
Thank you, Allison. So with 2 minutes to go, a 4-goal lead. The Wave not one of those teams that are really looking to milk the clock here. They're probably thinking about scoring 2 or 3 as Collins had to extend his arms out to catch that one. Spinning back to his right, but he cannot break loose to get a shot off as he was guarded tightly there by Joseph Dowling.
Haven't heard much from Finley Collins so far in this first half, but just comes to show how much depth in this offense that Darien has.
His stick failed him on that shot, but he recovered the ground ball, and now Riley Stewart will go to work offensively. We're going to cross to the right off the Finley Collins screen, and that shot bounced over to the left side of the net. McGovern with speed behind the cage. Jump shot on the turnaround, and that one just missed, and not by much.
Again, that's what Logan McGovern has been doing all season long, those wraparound shots. He can beat you shooting low. He can beat you shooting high. I mean, there's so much that he can do offensively. He's such a big threat.
Finley Collins with it here. No room to shoot. He hands off to Minikis, who beats the defender. He's got time and space and goes upstairs. It's 7-2.
That was saucy. Brian Minikis, what a great rip there.
Just too quick for Triscari to react. The lead is back to 5 with 1:09 remaining in the first half.
A nice little shimmy shake, gets by a defender, lets it rip, and it gets by. And just a beautiful goal. And again, it adds to a list of beautiful goals here we've seen from the Darien Blue Wave.
As Savio, another draw win. Takes the face-off, goes back behind the cage, looking for help as he's working against Procarpio. Nick Procarpio staying close to the Fogo man, who is extending his time out on the field. That's a nice play there by the freshman Luddington to go up and get that one. Lawrence is going to check out. O'Connor comes off the bench, and there are 35 seconds remaining in the half. Now Tucker joins the play. Luddington dodging to his right. Circles back up top to Fida. Down to 20 seconds in the half. Addison Muir behind the net. All the way up top, it's O'Connor with 12.
Good defense by Darien.
O'Connor's going to let the big blast go when it's over the top of the net with 6.1 seconds remaining. Plenty of time for Greenwich, as we know.
Plenty of time for Greenwich, just like we saw against Staples.
Fida trying to work his way around the cage. Had it taken away. Ground ball down, and the half will come to an end. Darien jumped out to a 5-0 lead before Greenwich responded with 2. The Wave finished with the final 2 of the half. They have a 7-2 lead. We'll step aside. Kevin, but your thoughts on that first half first?
Well, obviously we saw a great start from Darien. Beautiful sequence of offense, and again, they're just showing how dominant they are.
Let's go down on the sideline. Allison Gaskins is joined with Darien head coach Jeff Braymeyer. Allison.
Coach, what were your thoughts during that first half?
Possessions are crucial. Obviously, they got the best face-off kid in the state. We got to value possessions. I think we worked hard on creating turnovers and got a lot of goals off of turnovers. So, but having the best face-off kid means that they can really rally around him and get extra possessions, get extra scores, which they did, on those 2 goals. So we just gotta play tight and keep playing hard.
So last time you played Greenwich, you guys were down at the half. How have you guys managed to get things going faster in this game?
Possessions. I think that's the key. Is the first period in the pouring rain down at Greenwich. They won every face-off. They made plays, and we didn't make plays today. We got possessions. Tanner won the first face-off. We took advantage and scored early. We did some good things on rides and got opportunities to score. So, I think that's the difference right now. But it's still 24 minutes to go.
Message to your team going into the second half: still possession.
Play every minute is one. Not looking too far ahead.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Allison. And we talked about face-offs, and obviously it is a key for the Darien Blue Wave's success. Kev, we're going to step aside. When we get back, we'll have more breakdown of the first half and the second half of action in the quarterfinals of the state tournament. Number 1 Darien, a 7-2 lead over number 8 Greenwich on the HAN network.
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napoletana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com and like us on Facebook.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Over 80 teas to choose from and a brilliant assortment of biscuits to go with them. Over 70 cheeses from grass-fed cows, which makes a smashing difference in taste. The creamiest chocolate you'll ever taste using no artificial colors or preservatives. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
The new fishing season is fast approaching, so it's time to head over to the dock shop and get your gear in order. We're now offering bait in both Darien and our Westport location. The dock shop can service and repair your rods and reels. Spool up new 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
At Portofino Restaurant and Wine Bar in Bethel, fresh and simple food is our concept. Owned and operated by brothers Rocco and Louie, Portofino has a distinct and diverse food and drink menu. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Come join us for live local music on Tuesdays and Sundays, Wednesday nights for mouthwatering prime rib, and every Thursday night is ladies' night. Planning a party? All our catering menus are personalized to suit your event and your budget. Join us at the Dolan Plaza, 213 Greenwood Ave, Bethel, and call us at 203-797-8131. Like us on Facebook.
Spring has sprung at Walter Stewart's Market, and we're celebrating the new season with fresh takes on spring. From the finest produce around to guaranteed fresh seafood delivered daily by the best local supplier. Not only are we your time-saving one-stop shop for everything you need this season, our personable team is always ready with a helping hand. Shop Stewart's for the best of spring. Find us at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com. When it comes to considering the outside of your home, just imagine the possibilities. Whether your dream is a stunning free-form pool or a tranquil, secluded garden, the team of professionals at Stonebridge Associates will make it a reality. We offer unparalleled landscape design and construction, masonry development, pools, spas, and water features, as well as landscape and garden maintenance. No other firm can offer the same level of creativity, quality, and personal attention. Discover the possibilities at stonebridgeassociates.net or call 203-544-8376 today.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
At Wild Birds Unlimited of Brookfield, get expert advice from our certified bird feeding specialists. We offer always fresh, clean seed that will be sure to attract birds to your home feeder. Experience our excellent customer service. Open 7 days a week. Visit us at 317 Federal Road, Brookfield.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
At Worcester School, we believe summer is a time for kids to be kids. We provide the safe and nurturing environment for them to find activities that match their interests and allow them to create lasting friendships. Summer at Worcester offers 7 weekly sessions at our Danbury campus from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 11th for pre-K to grade 8. Find out more about our extended hours, new optional lunch program, and a new low price at summer@worcester.org or 203-830-3921. Summer at Worcester, experience the difference.
I can't believe it.
Well, Dad, you did it. You sold 160 cars. Ready to go back upstairs now?
I think it's time. I wonder how the boys are making out in their new office.
Not what I had in mind, Kyle. What, Dad?
Maybe we should retire. Right now, lease a 2017 Rogue S for only $139 a month. Isn't it time you got Millerized?
Pizza to satisfy even the most demanding critics. Wilton Pizza.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back on the HAN network, let's go down to the Greenwich sideline. Allison Gaskin is joined with Coach Bobby Lutz. Allison.
Coach, I saw you grab your playing board over there a second ago. What were you drawing up?
We're just trying to review some of our sets. Dug ourselves in a little bit of hole right here, so we have to try to find new ways of getting the ball in the net. You can't score, you can't win. So
defense is super important, especially against the Blue Wave, but how are you going to be able to break through offensively?
Well, we're just, like you said, we're trying to put some new things in, trying to switch it up a little bit. We need possessions. We've been throwing the ball away a little bit. We've been getting outworked on ground balls. So we just need more possessions and hopefully get some quality shots.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Sure, thanks.
Thank you, Coach Lutz. Thank you, Allison. As we enter into the second half, and obviously the message to both teams' possessions, the importance of holding on to the ball. For Greenwich, though, there has to be that bit of confidence knowing you still have Savio. He was successful. If you can limit the turnovers, it's only a 5-goal game. We've seen how quickly teams can make up a difference like that, Kevin.
We've seen Greenwich make some comebacks here this season as well. It could have been a lot worse, Frank. It's 7-2. I think if you're Coach Bobby Lutz, you have to, obviously you're not okay with it, but you can't be pushing the panic button right now. I think this is manageable, but you have to win these faceoffs here.
As the second half starts the same way as the first with a Strub draw win. Lindley's shot was stopped. He collects the rebound, and just like that, it's our largest lead of the afternoon at 6.
And picking up the rebound was Kevin Lindley, gets his hat trick. And again, Kevin Lindley just having another phenomenal performance here for the Blue Wave.
Took just 10 seconds, and it didn't even allow me time to ask Allison my next question. Allison, you were down in between both sidelines during the break. What was the mindset, what was the emotion like for both teams during the break?
To me, it felt really calm out here. I think that both teams are prepared for this game, and I think that both teams are just trying to get their set so they can go out there and perform.
Thank you, Allison. As coming up with the ground ball, quickly over to Muir, dash down low to that was Bogger who couldn't control that one, as another ground ball opportunity and another win for the Wave. Errant pass skips past Sami. Stewart comes up to collect off the Mays redirect, and that's just the way the ball has been bouncing today. It finds the Blue Wave sticks.
I think it's been bouncing for the Blue Wave all season long, not just this game, but
might be for 2 seasons long now with the win streak at 51.
You're right. It's been a lot of fun to watch here for the Blue Wave. It's been a program that continues to rise, and even after this when this season's done, we expect to see them back in full force next year.
As Minikis took a big hit, flags come flying out from everywhere. And Brian is a little slow to get up as he took a shot around the helmet after letting go of that one.
And you see training staff's going to come out here and take a look at Minikis. You always worry when it's involved with the head. You got the conversation of concussions and what kind of protocol they're going to take. So they're definitely going to take a good look at Brian because he looks pretty banged up here coming off the field.
Took a look at Coach Braymeyer saying he was okay. But a big hit coming.
And it looks like it's going to be non-releasable.
3 minutes. Let's go down and confirm with Allison, though, on that call. Allison.
Yes, he's not able to return to the game, and it is 3 minutes. And when, I'm sorry, I forget his name, when he just came off the field just a second ago, he was actually spitting blood over here on the sidelines.
So the high check to the head. As Coach Lutz will ask for the explanation. It is on Alex Bologna. 3 minutes, non-releasable. And we could see some fireworks here.
I think we're going to see Darien. If you want to see a great offense go to work and play tic-tac-toe offense, you want to watch Darien Blue Wave right here. They got the man advantage, and they're just going to go all the way around until they pickpocket you and find that opening spot. It's going to be this is when Darien is so much fun to watch here.
Scorers at every position on the field. They've got 3 minutes, and this is a moment in time where they might look to put the hammer down as a shot goes wide here for McGovern up high.
You don't see McGovern shoot from that far out very often. Just goes wide there. That left side post.
Sophomore Henry Feifel stands behind the net where Minikis would normally be. He is still sitting on the sideline on the bench, and as Allison mentioned, he was spitting blood as he walked off the field. Appears to be okay, though, as the training staff has left him alone. Feifel on the right side. Up top, and Mays lets a blast go, and this one is stopped and controlled by Triscari.
Great save by Triscari there, Frank. A good rip by Mays, but even better save.
This is where it gets tough, though. He's got to find some help up into the middle and taking a big hit there as a flag comes flying out on the other end now.
I see Arden Cohen's going to take a seat, but, the last thing we all want to see is this get ugly. Both sides trading blows.
This one will be a minute non-releasable or a hit on a defenseless player. So now both teams playing one short. The Wave will still have an advantage when Cohen is released again.
And Arden Cohen's one of those players that you have to respect because he plays hard till the whistle blows, and he's an excellent defender, of course, earning himself the hardware in the FCIAC tournament. And he's a lot of fun to watch. Just a little aggressive on that hit there, maybe a little retaliation perhaps after the blow on Minikis.
Behind the net, it's Addison Muir. Fakes a pass and now comes up high to Jack O'Connor. Sends it over to the top of your screen with Luddington. And O'Connor looks to dodge off the screen from Luddington. Slows it down, and now Bogger has control. 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Bogger going to let the right-handed shot go, and the save made by Cornell. Quinn Fay grabs the rebound. Switches hand looking for help. Couldn't hit Percarpio, and it's controlled by O'Connor. 5 seconds remaining, and now Sami will rejoin the defense. As Darien is back up a man. This is big, though, for the Cardinals, who can continue to kill clock on the Darien advantage.
And just looking on that Darien side, saw Arden Cohen go over to Brian Minikis just to check and see if he's all right. Still getting looked at by the training staff.
Nick Procarpio defending against O'Connor. Bologna still serving for the 3-minute penalty. O'Connor now behind the net. Darien not looking to double team here. They've just got Riley Stewart essentially playing free safety, roaming in the middle of the box. So O'Connor circles back out. Here's Addison Muir with it now.
And an out-of-town scoreboard in Class level baseball is Amity that beat Ludlow 12-0. Of course, Amity, we know how good they are.
Cardinals still killing time here as Muir is trying to dodge on Beeler. Fakes to Fida. As now we are back to even. Tucker rejoins the defense, and Beeler and Fay combine to put Muir down to the turf.
Quinn Fay really stepped up today as he continues to have a great season, but seems like he's really getting after it today on the defense.
As Andrew Darby in on the defense that time, quickly up ahead of Riley Stewart. Now Sami. And over to Finley Collins. Darien had a record 8 players, Kevin, on the all-FCIAC team this season.
And it's well-deserving.
As the turnaround shot from McGovern, it's becoming his signature move, and that will give us a break in the brief moment of action.
My goodness. Even our director here, Eric Gendron, just saying absolute filth from Logan McGovern. You're right, Frank. That's just what we've talked about all season long. That's his typical goal from Logan McGovern. Is behind the net, wraps around, shakes a defender off, and just rips one. It goes top shelf. What a pretty shot.
And Allison, that has got to be extra frustrating for Greenwich after they had killed off the man advantage, were holding possession for so long, and then quickly at the other end, Darien strikes again.
They're not happy about it, but if I'm Triscari, you know, a shot like that, that's like a blind pass. It's something that you can't anticipate and you can't follow or track that ball.
As another flag comes flying out here, Savio took a huge check, this time for Matt Mays. We'll see what the call is.
We'll see Savio come off. Looks like he's going to be all right.
It's a minute penalty for an illegal body check on Matt Mays.
Penalty on Darien.
As the team known so much for their speed and their skill, showing they've got a little physicality in their arsenal as well.
And both sides show their physicality, I think. Maybe a little bit more frustration from Greenwich, but we've seen how physical Darien has been, especially on the defensive end. You talk about Arden Cohen, Quinn Fay. Those two really come to mind, guys who not only are good defensively but can be physical, and we're seeing that on display today.
As the Cardinals with the man advantage, their second of the afternoon. They did convert on their first. And another flag comes flying out. Cardinals have to keep it in the box as the pass comes up to Tucker. Working to his left and circles back right. Guarded tightly by Quinn Fay. Pass sails over the head of Bogger. It won't matter. The Cardinals will maintain possession, but now a 2-man advantage as Quinn Fay is heading off. It is a 30-second penalty for interference.
A great opportunity here for Greenwich, and And we talked about how they like to take their time on offense. I think considering now they have 30 seconds of two-man advantage, they got to get going here.
Six on attack for the Cardinals, 4 for the Blue Wave as Tucker lets a shot go and Cornell read it perfectly. Quickly up ahead and he finds Riley Stewart coming off the bench. Stewart in transition, looks to his right, passes on the doorstep. Going behind the back is McGovern. So you're fancy, huh?
My goodness, Logan. Highlight reel goal. Gets his 4th of the afternoon and in style.
And Allison, it is just not fair right now.
That goal was behind the back and through Chiskari's legs. Things like that, I mean, things like that just don't happen, but it's happening for the Darien Blue Wave.
They continue to find ways to impress. As Savio comes up with the draw win. Quick shot here from Muir, and the Cardinals able to answer at the other end and end the run.
Nice shot there by Addison. You see the ball hit the turf and it bounced up, and difficult bounce there for Cornell to make as the ball slams on the turf, gets that extra hop and goes to the top shelf. So a good goal for the Cardinals there.
7 seconds apart on the goal, but not the roar or excitement you might expect, Allison, after that Greenwich goal. It was pretty quiet around the stadium.
They've expected it. They know that this game right now, 10-3? I mean, they're just trying to get on the board. I think that they should have tried to capitalize on it a little bit sooner, having the two-man advantage.
So it took Greenwich 7 seconds. It takes Darien 6 seconds as Shrube says, anything you can do, I can do better at the other end.
How about Tanner? Showing up Bailey Savio there. Winning that face-off and ripping a shot. Found an opening.
That one really stings Greenwich as they just cannot get any momentum going here. Trailing by 7 with 4:42 remaining in the third, and it is now an 8-goal difference. I beg your pardon. Savio comes away with the draw win. Trying to slip past Procarpio, and he lets a shot go. This one is wide.
I think maybe he's trying to send a message there, Frank.
We are back to even strength. As we saw a lull in the action from Lindley's goal 10 seconds in till McGovern's first of 2 at the 5:45 mark, but now the pace picking up as well as the offense as O'Connor dropped this one on the floor momentarily, but able to recollect. Up top, it's Bogger. Thought about the pick from Tucker, but instead keeps going to his right. Now coming back the other way is Cohen trying to depossess him.
Great defense by Arden Cohen. Bookmark defense right there.
O'Connor walking the end line. Up high, it's Tucker. Pass to Bogger. Cannot shake free. Going to get a shot off here, but it sails wide, and the Cardinals maintain possession. And one name we are not hearing at all this afternoon is Jack Fida, as he has been held in check and has really not had much possession at any point in time today.
Well, just like we saw against Ridgefield for Darien, they shut down Weston Carpenter, who I think was probably the best goal scorer for the Ridgefield Tigers in that FCIAC final. And I think they come up with a game plan defensively. They know who the goal scorers are for each opponent. Fida and Bogger have really been the two guys, and they've done an excellent job on Jack Fida this afternoon, whether it's Arden Cohen or Quinn Fay.
As Fida tries to get a shot off, I'm sorry, that was Bogger that time, but it missed the net as Cornell, tucking and rolling out of the crease, wins possession for the Wave. Ruled closest to the line when it crossed.
Well, we've seen how mobile Ryan Cornell has been throughout his career here at Darien, and we've seen him even go all the way up the field and score.
I was going to say, we've seen how mobile he can be. It's really the creativity and how much fun he makes it look when you're playing a position where there's a rubber ball being chucked at you at 95 miles per hour.
I think it's safe to say he's probably one of the most composed goalies we've seen. I mean, he just makes it, you're right, he makes it look so easy. And he seems so relaxed there in the crease.
Stewart with it. Slipped up momentarily, able to recover. Gets around a couple of defenders, lets a shot go, and that one is wide right. Backing up this time was Mays.
How about Riley Stewart on that play? I mean, fell down, had 2 defenders on him, still able to get a shot on that just went wide of the net.
Here's Lindley with it, pass out in front, and the shot from Feifel did not miss by much. It is official that Wilton has advanced to the semifinals. The number 6 Warriors knocked off Fairfield Prep 12-5 in their quarterfinal matchup as a huge save here from Triscari on Mays on the doorstep. Ground ball battle and coming away with it. And able to escape the double team momentarily was Holden Teedy. Goes rolling past Triscari, and at the other side, it's Truman Imbo who can collect.
And finally, Greenwich able to get this one out at least.
Interesting play here as the Hail Mary pass went all the way upfield. Fida caught it and he scores!
And there's going to be a foul too. Question is, who's it going to be on? What a pass by, I mean, first off, how about the save by Triscari that started this whole thing?
Allison has heard the scoring ruling. Let's go down there and check in with what the officials said.
He said goal is good and that they're all even. So if you're Greenwich, you're happy about that one.
So the penalty is wiped out. We're going to give Triscari the assist on. I'm just wondering if he thought maybe the quarter was about to expire and was trying to throw up a prayer. But either way, it works out as Fida finally onto the score sheet. Quick pass again, and he's going to respond one more time.
How about Jack Fida here? 2 quick goals for him in a row. Very quiet first half for him, and credit Bailey there for finding an opening right there. It's Jack Fida.
And there is life yet for the Cardinals, who have trimmed the lead down to 6 with 1:07 remaining. The other quarterfinal matchups in Class L feature New Milford and Cheshire, and Ridgefield and Glastonbury. Ridgefield and Glastonbury just getting underway from Tiger Hollow. New Milford and Cheshire is set to start at 5 this afternoon as a 3rd draw in a row controlled here by the Cardinals. 2 goals in 9 seconds for Fida, the lead down to 6. It's Greenwich trying to climb back into this one in the final 40 seconds of the 3rd quarter. So O'Connor lets a blast go, but Cornell saw it the whole way, and now there's 25 seconds left. The Cardinals need to be careful. Stewart's out in transition, gains midfield and looking up ahead. Slips around O'Connor behind the cage and the pass out in front. Somni tried the turnaround, couldn't get it to go. Ground ball opportunity. And coming away with that one was Luke Ayub. He lost it though. It pops up in the air. Needing to get a shot off as they go over to McGovern, and he scores!
I mean, Frank, how is he wide open like that? My goodness.
Was a mad scramble on the right side of the cage. There was about 9/10 of a second remaining when that shot went in. They will see the quarter has expired. They're going to put 1 second on the clock. Matt Mays gets the assist. And Eric Gendron, for the past 4 months, has been saying stop letting Darien score in the final 20 seconds of quarters and halves.
Well, scratch that. How about the final 5 seconds? What a goal. What a performance by Darien and Logan McGovern.
And once again, momentum for Greenwich is quickly silenced. The lead is 7. It's 12-5. Darien 12 minutes away from a trip to the state semifinals, and we'll find out how this one ends right here on the HAN Network.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Part of banking well is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Back at Darien High School, it is a 7-goal advantage for the Blue Wave, thanks in large part to the Logan McGovern goal with 1 second remaining in the third. Allison Gaskins is down on the sideline. She was in between the huddles before the fourth and final quarter. What did you hear, Allison?
From Lutz, you got to expect that he's telling his team the same thing he's been telling them all game long, to play your best for as long as you can. It's going to come down to these last 12 minutes, but they're not going to hand it over to Darien.
Thank you, Allison. As in the Class M tournament, New Fairfield has advanced on to the championship, and quickly scoring to start the fourth are the Cardinals as they refuse to go quietly. O'Connor gets onto the score sheet for the first time this afternoon, just 11 seconds in. And again, Kevin, we've talked about it all year long. They have a chance as long as Savio is still in the draw.
They certainly do, and he's such a good talent. And another good topic to bring up, like we talked about during that break with our director Eric Gendron, is that this is the first time that we're really seeing Darien's defense be tested. 6 goals now, and I think we look back, especially at the CIAC tournament, they shut out Fairfield Lolo. Wilton only scored 3 goals. Ridgefield only scored 4 goals. Now Greenwich has 6, really making that Darien defense work, actually putting them in formation. So you want to see Darien's defense go to work. This is what it looks like here instead of what you saw in that CIAC tournament.
It is the most goals they have allowed in a game in the postseason. Before this game, it was 4 against Ridgefield. They allowed 3 to Wilton and 1.
And it's going to be an offsides here on Darien.
To Connard. As Fita quickly back up the other way. Brian Minikis is standing on the Darien sideline. He does not have a helmet on. We just saw him speaking with the training staff. His status for return is doubtful at this moment in time.
Well, you can see they keep looking over by his lip. Looks like the question is, did he open up his lip or anything? Allison spoke about how he was spitting out blood when he came off the field. They keep looking at his lower mouth there. So the question is he going to need staples? Is he going to need to get stitched up? But right now it's good to see that he's on the sidelines, standing up. And it appears that looks like it's around that mouth area. Maybe cut himself open.
As Peters controlling now. Looking to isolate up top against Jack Joyce. Lost his stick and now able to recollect. As he tries to adjust and pivot for the right-handed shot. Spins back to the left hand and hands off behind the cage to Addison Muir. Muir sails one to the left side. Tucker couldn't control it there. It's popped up and Fita's got it. He sends a high bouncer that works out like a pass to Muir behind the cage. And finally, after a mad scramble, it bounces into the crease, into the waiting stick of Cornell, who hands off to Byler and all the way across the field to Cohen, who has to avoid the official. Slips around Bogger. Up in the middle, Joyce has possession.
Richfield up over Glastonbury, 3-2.
As we've just heard word, Richfield has a 3-2 lead over Glastonbury in their quarterfinal match. That's it late into the first quarter. It's Finley Collins with it now. Just below the numbers on the bottom of your screen. Trying to shake free that time of Noah Nicholas. Fakes the handoff to McGovern. As we have less than 9 minutes remaining. Collins using the spin move. Turn around here and the bounce shot just missed. There's McGovern with it. Stops on a dime, working right. Pass to Lindley could not be completed. Ball is popped up into the air, heading towards the sideline, and they're going to keep it here with the Wave.
Good defense there by the Greenwich Cardinals, shutting down combo passing of McGovern and Lindley.
As we go down field level inside the benches with Allison Gaskins. Allison.
One thing about Coach Braymeyer that's really impressed me is that he doesn't coach, like he has a 6-point lead right now. If you were down here on the sidelines, you would hear him breaking down every single little detail.
And it continues to work as Lindley had enough time and space to let one go. And he beats Triscari upstairs in the right corner. It's quickly back to 7 now, 13-6. Darien lead.
Yeah, another signature Kevin Lindley goal. Gets his 4th of the afternoon. A beauty.
With 5:45 remaining in the second quarter, it was a 5-2 Darien lead. Greenwich had scored the last 2 goals before the 3-12 point. And then Darien went on a 5-0 run from the second to the third quarter, and it has not been close since then.
And you have to give Greenwich a lot of credit here. Offensively, they're still clicking and making things happen. And we talked about how they're really making Darien's defense work. And, I think we've seen that so far. Right now, this is probably – the score may not indicate it, but this has really been a big test here for Darien's defense. Credit them for shutting down these big-time scores for Greenwich, but shutting down the shooting lanes. Fita up until the third quarter was completely quiet.
Kevin, I think we both agree that Darien has proven to be head and shoulders above the rest of the FCIAC. They are the gold standard right now, who everyone is chasing. I think after what we've seen the last 2 weeks, Greenwich is the closest team.
I agree. And, no discredit to Richfield because this is a Richfield team that beat Greenwich in the FCIAC semifinals, but I think Greenwich just didn't show up that day. They weren't the right team, but, this really Greenwich has played pretty well offensively. Triscari's still a fantastic goalie. But, man, this Darien team is fun to watch.
And you mentioned Richfield, and it's one of those things where I think Richfield is much better suited to play against a team like Greenwich. Their physicality can do more damage to the Cardinals than it can to the Blue Wave. I think they're just too fast, as O'Connor's freed up here for a big blast, and that one is well off the mark. Whereas Greenwich, Coach Lutz has been so good since taking over for the Cardinals. He's got the right idea and obviously being from New Canaan, understands this rivalry and what Coach Brameyer has done for so long. And that's in no way a knock on Coach Colsey and what he's doing with the Tigers. I just think this program right now is built in a better way to keep up with the transition game. And obviously having a player like Bailey Savio will give you a chance in any game, and that will be a very tough position for the Cardinals to fill next year.
That is going to be a big loss for them. He's been so good these past 2 years in the faceoff circle. But another program that I think is on the rise, and we've talked about a lot, is Staples. On the girls' side, too, I think that's a program that's on the rise. I think they're still a couple of years away, but I think a lot of their youth program is buying into what these head coaches want and what they're looking for and what their vision is. So it's going to be fun to watch and see what Staples can accumulate in the next couple of years for boys and girls lacrosse.
There's a shot here and a save made by Cornell as he eats that one up inside his elbow. Surveys his options, goes to Cohen on the right, skips all the way back across, and now Byler at the bottom of your screen can pitch one to the middle with Riley Stewart. Greenwich going to try to trap the midfield, but Stewart unfazed, avoids contact up into the box, and now Darien back on the attack with 5:15 remaining. The winner of this game will face the winner of Ridgefield and Glastonbury in the semifinals. Wilton has booked one ticket. They will take on the winner of your other quarterfinal matchup, and that game features New Milford and Cheshire. New Milford, the 15 seed, a 11-10 upset in overtime over South Windsor in the first round. As Feifel, swimming around a couple of defenders, breaks through the double team, and he scores for the first time this afternoon.
You heard a lot of oohs and you heard a lot of ahs from the crowd here on this sideline, Frank. Another pretty goal for the Blue Wave.
Glastonbury up after one, 5-3 over Ridgefield.
And you hear Glastonbury has a 5-3 lead after one against the Ridgefield Tigers. A game that definitely have to keep an eye on because, like you mentioned, the winner of this game will face them. You see Bailey Savio here in the face-off X. Strub again so strong in the face-off X hit against arguably one of the best face-off men in boys lacrosse here for the Greenwich Cardinals.
And Kevin, standing to our left, is the field hockey coach of the Darien Blue Wave. That is Mo Minikis. She is Brian's mother. I've received word that the injury to Brian Minikis was his lower teeth going through his lower lip. So
you hate to see that.
Probably not going to see him again this afternoon, but
I give him a lot of credit for still being able to stand on the sideline there.
In a family of boys, that is nothing out of the ordinary, especially when you play sports like lacrosse and football. As that is a injury and a picture you add to the scrapbook and will be cherished forever amongst the family.
Add it to the list.
And Mo taking it like a champ, just completely unfazed, saying, well, we're going to stay here, finish the game, and then go to the doctors.
A lot of respect for that.
3:20 to go. It is a 14-6 Darien lead as McGovern sends one out to Lindley, and one more time the two will hook up.
And Lindley gets his fifth. So now McGovern and Lindley both have 5 goals.
Both players picked up over 100 points this season. They have continued this success all year long, and it has carried into the postseason as they have been an absolute treat for us to watch through this spring.
And now Darien really putting the dagger in for Greenwich. 15-6 now. Especially down the stretch here. Strub has been great in the face-off X for the Blue Wave.
Riley Stewart up ahead. 3 minutes to go A 9-goal lead for the Blue Wave. That is their largest of the game. As McGovern shakes free around the net, goes for the wraparound, and he's got the double hat trick.
It is too much fun to watch. Logan McGovern again.
Now a 10-goal difference. With 2:48 remaining. Ryan Cornell will earn himself a large round of applause as the young man will be spelled for the junior goalie Sean Collins. And a timeout, or we've got a flag down here, and a timeout is going to be taken as well. We'll spend it too. 2:48 to go, 16-6 on the HAN network.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Family and Children's Aid has been serving the community since 1809 and is now the largest outpatient children's mental health care provider in Western Connecticut. Our innovative services include providing shelter to homeless moms and children, substance abuse intervention, mental health counseling, and foster and adoptive services, among others. Our goal is to provide individuals and families a safe haven and hope for a brighter future. Find out more about us at fcaweb.org and call our Danbury campus at 203-748-5689.
Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break.
Back on the HAN network, 2:48 to play. It is a 10-goal Darien advantage. And the senior starters have been pulled from the game. They are enjoying some well-deserved rest now on the bench below us, Kev. As Darien on their way to the semifinals, pursuit of a fourth straight state championship, as this senior class continuing its incredible run through their careers.
And they're going to get a nice senior class next year again, too.
Allison Gaskins is down on the sideline. Allison, a bit of a leisure timeout to get all the subs in, but what is the emotion like on the Wave bench as they can sense their trip to the semifinals coming true?
Well, on the Blue Wave side, again, Braymeyer really likes to get technical in his huddles. He went over some players in certain positions, changing things up a little bit, and he just said, let's go.
It seems about right. We saw Darien walk out of the tunnel earlier this afternoon, Kevin, and while many teams have got the yelling, the hype, the bouncing around, it was business as usual, single file line, and just silence as they made their way out for warm-ups.
I'm still amazed by their focus. The focus level is just amazing, and it's really just impressive. That's what it is, and their focus level, especially at this level, it's rare to see, and to come out and, business as usual, really is fun to watch this program go to work every game. They work hard every day at practice, and to see it unfold on the field like this, it speaks volumes to what Coach Braymeyer has preached to his boys program over the years.
As Ryan O'Neill slipped up there momentarily, but was able to maintain possession. On the other side for the Cardinals, it's been a great season, a great run, and Greenwich is trending up again, especially in boys lacrosse, as a flag comes out here. But for this senior class, it's going to be a disappointing end when you look at players like Bailey Savio and Michael Graves. Alexander Bologna has a huge check there. Firing on the opposite side was Peter Hartigan. And now hats are coming out flying here as there is laundry all over the turf.
Definitely frustrations coming out now from Greenwich.
Hardigan scores with 58 seconds remaining as we will allow Allison to decipher what the calls are going to be.
Coach Brameyer not happy with that hit.
Some of the parents are upset.
We see Brameyer give a long look down at Coach Bobby Lutz. And you see the referees still coming together.
There was a flag that came out originally as Darien's possession progressed, and then the big hit on O'Neal after he let a pass go. We can hear Coach Brameyer preaching to his players. Let's go down inside the benches. Allison Gaskin, see what the messages are.
You got number 4 red, unnecessary roughness, to the head, 2 minutes, non-releasable. And Coach Brameyer is telling his guys to stay out of it. This is his fight.
He has 1 minute, 21 red, non-releasable.
Also, 21 red, unsportsmanlike conduct, 1 minute.
1 minute, unsportsmanlike conduct, non-releasable. Okay? Put it this way.
And I believe 21 white as well, unsportsmanlike conduct, unreleasable. 1 minute. Nobody's released.
That'll be white ball as Darien takes over. Thank you, Allison. But we could hear Coach Brameyer preaching, stay out of it. Nothing to play for on the other side. Stay out of it. That's not for us. The penalties go against Michael Graves. He had a 2-minute unsportsmanlike. And then Holden Teedy took a 1-minute slashing penalty and a 1-minute unsportsmanlike non-releasable. On the other side for Darien, Henry Feifel receives a 1-minute unsportsmanlike non-releasable. As I would be shocked, Kevin, if Darien didn't do anything but just stand up around midfield here for these final 45 seconds.
That's all they need to do. You saw the frustrations come out for Greenwich, and all they need to do is stand right there, and that's all they need to do.
Blue Wave crowd applauds in approval. The Darien Blue Wave, the #1 seed, is moving on to the state semifinals in pursuit of their 3rd straight Class L championship. Make sure you stay tuned with us after the game. Allison Gaskin will be joined with our player of the game, as Darien is going to win 17-6 over the #8 Greenwich Cardinals, as the clock counts down from 2 to 1 to 0, and this one is over. The Blue Wave moving on. The Cardinals are heading back to Greenwich to pack up the lockers and prepare for graduation and the offseason.
And you know what? You got to give Greenwich a lot of credit. They came out today and gave the Darien defense a good run for their money there. Really made them work hard today. We haven't seen Darien work that hard on defense in a while. So give Greenwich a lot of credit. But again, another great performance here by Darien. Comes to show why they are so dominant here in boys lacrosse.
We step aside, but stay tuned. Post-game interviews coming up right after this on the HAN Network.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Sign-ups are now open for one of our most popular programs, the New England 80 Elite Lacrosse Division I and Division III Showcases. With D1 and D3 coaches in attendance, players will receive a 60-minute webinar with Director of Recruiting Hans Hansen, a custom NE80 penny, custom shorts, and a video of all games. Last year's event sold out quickly, so sign up now for the next showcase coming in January 2018. Like and follow us on Facebook.
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napoletana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com and like us on Facebook.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
Pizza to satisfy even the most demanding critics. Tuesday Pazza Pizza.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Over 80 teas to choose from and a brilliant assortment of biscuits to go with them. Over 70 cheeses from grass-fed cows, which makes a smashing difference in taste. The creamiest chocolate you'll ever taste using no artificial colors or preservatives. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
Back on the HAN network, Allison Gaskins is downfield level. She is joined with our players of the game with Ryan Cornell and Quinn Fay. Allison, take it away.
All right, first question. You guys have now had 52 consecutive wins. You've been a part of them all. What's the anticipation like going on to get your 4th state championship title?
Yeah, we're just focused on the next game. We take each game step by step. We know that we have a big win streak riding behind us, but we don't like to look at that big picture. We like to just take each game, each step at a time, and add those to the streak.
So today's game, it seemed like there was a little bit more excitement on the sideline for Darien than typical. You know, you guys weren't super comfortable. You were super comfortable, but there's definitely more excitement in this game. Is it because Greenwich, gave you guys a run for your money last time?
Yeah, I think absolutely. It was a pretty close game last time we played, so we really wanted to come out this time and kind of assert our dominance and show that last game was kind of a fluke,
And so, what was the message from Coach Braymeyer? Throughout this entire game, it seemed like every little detail he was super focused on. Can you just tell me how much that impacts you guys on the field to be able to not get super comfortable in your lead?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we like to take each step by step, and we also like to go possession by possession, doing all the little things, getting the ground ball battles, making that extra pass, getting those assisted goals, and then defensively, we like to win our one-on-one matchups and also win the team defense, communicating with each other, helping each other on the 2s and 1 slides. So I think overall the message each game is just to win your battle and win all the little battles, and hopefully we can come out on top.
And you guys are both seniors. In your opinion, what do you think has made this team so special?
I think just how close we are with all each other. We've been playing lacrosse with each other since 5th grade, so it kind of feels like we've been working for this for a couple of years. So it's all coming together. Excited for the next 2.
All right, well, great game, guys, and thank you so much for catching up with me after this. Is there any anticipation moving forward?
We just want to get that state title.
Yeah, 2 more.
All right, thanks, guys. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allison. Great job, boys. And Kev, another Darien game, another Darien win. The streak to 52. They march on to the semis. They'll play the winner of Ridgefield and Glastonbury. We'll probably not be seeing the Blue Wave lacrosse team anymore this year. So your final thoughts on another spectacular performance?
I don't think this team can be stopped, Frank. I think this is a Darien team that's unstoppable. I say this is going to be another state championship for them for this year. And you talk about these seniors, they're going to get their 4th, and it's gonna be a great run for them and for Coach Braymeyer. Again, so much respect for what he's done for this program, and for Greenwich. it's going to be a tough time battling back next season when they lose all those seniors. But again, another great program, and for Darien, I expect them to ease through this state championship and bring home another title.
Final score: Darien 17 and Greenwich 6. The Wave moving on to the state semifinals. We are back Monday morning, coffee break at 11 a.m. with Kate Chaplensky. We've got Nutmeg Sports at 2 o'clock. More live sports for you this spring season. Tuesday night, we've got the Girls Class L semifinals from Brian McMahon, New Canaan versus Darien, and Wilton versus Greenwich. All that can be seen only on the home of FCX Sports, the HAN Network. For Alcy Gaskins, Kevin Coleman, I'm Frank Reno. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.